So, we're almost halfway through the decade and it's no secret that the 2020s have been extremely special for hip hop. Incredible releases, generational features, and of course a historic rap feud. Now as we approach this halfway point in the decade, I think it's time to start thinking about the artists, songs, and albums that have really stood out and truly made the last 5 years so special. Whilst I do plan on covering these types of things like my favourite albums, songs, and rappers of the decade so far, there's a group of people within hip hop that truly don't get the recognition they deserve, despite being arguably the most integral part of the genre, and that is none other than the producers. And that's what I want to talk about today, because there are some producers this decade who have reached some insane heights and achievements. Metro's dominance needs its acknowledgement, and Hit Boy's run has been undeniable, especially seeing what he did with Nas. And that's just two examples in a large group of producers. And I want to shout out more people like Conductor Williams, Nicholas Craven, and of course rappers who also produce such as a Tyler and a J. Cole, who've had incredible productions for themselves over this decade. But in my opinion, and this is not to discredit any of the artists I previously just mentioned, there is one producer who is the MVP of the decade so far, and that producer is The Alchemist. The amount of legendary moments this guy's beats have been attached to this decade is ridiculous, but we'll get to those though. The Alchemist and his unparalleled output over these last 5 years needs to be discussed. This is 2023 alone. How someone can put out this much music in a single year and have every single piece of it be absolutely phenomenal is beyond me. His versatility this decade is a marvel in itself as well, working with everyone from Eminem, Griselda, Kendrick and Schoolboy Q to even Travis Scott. The Alchemist's esoteric style of production is nothing short of masterful. His signature loops and grimy soundscapes have given us some of the most memorable moments from the tracklist they're found on, whether that be the unexpected, menacing beat switch on Lost Forever or something like the luxurious loop on 500 Ounces. Oh, and who could forget how Al served as the backbone to the masterpiece which is Johnny P's Caddy, hosting both Benny and Cole in top form over a flawless instrumental. Not only was Al a part of this, but was the man behind the beat of Meet the Grahams, with the instrumental working in tangent with Kendrick's nightmarish performance to make our skin crawl. And I've barely even scratched the surface. Al's also released a plethora of small EPs, hosting a wide array of his usual collaborators to tide us over between his main projects or collaboration albums. Speaking of which, how can I do this video and not mention the collab albums he's blessed us with? The long-awaited Voir Dire serves as what is arguably Earl's best album, with Al's quirky instrumentals flawlessly complementing Earl's unearthly raps and meditative flows, and who can forget the gospel-esque Mancala, which is my personal favourite track on the album. Then we've got all these projects with Boldy James. Al's grounded sample and drum loops pair perfectly with Boldy's subdued performances, serving as the perfect meeting point for us to simultaneously really take in what Boldy is rapping about, while also being able to marvel at Al's unmatched production. Neither overshadow the other. Lulu might be the grittiest album I've ever heard. Conway's menacing raps mixed in with Al's haunting beats really assimilate us into shark-infested waters, and we are most certainly not a shark. Instead, we're witnessing one continuously circle around us the same way Al's production loops. Uncle Al's work on The Great Escape expertly captures the feeling of the high life, working in tangent with Larry June as he tells us to do our taxes and other secrets to success, but perhaps his best offering this decade comes in the form of his Freddie Gibbs collab album, Alfredo. This undeniable classic demonstrates the impeccable chemistry between Al and Freddie, with Freddie taking the non-verbal feeling Al infused into his beats and verbalizing them with his lyrics.
It's rare when you get back vocals that's like match exactly what you thought for the beat.
Freddie takes the understated aspect of Al's beats and infuses them with his own flair and flavor to create one of the best albums of the decade. There is nothing quite like an album executively produced by The Alchemist, and he's showing no signs of slowing down, with a project with Kid Cudi potentially on the horizon, and so much more that we definitely don't know about, but he's definitely got in the tuck. But who would you say is the producer MVP of the 2020s so far? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more videos. I'll see you in the next one.